Hello my friends and welcome to episode 79 of The Wanderer. Today we're taking on Marseille as planned. We've got a tough run in, but today it begins. Since the last episode where we battered Nimes and failed to win, we beat Amiens. I feel like it's Amiens. We beat them 2-1. Rovaglia coming in to start. Stuperovic was really quite poor in the Nimes game, so I thought I'll give the Italian a run out. Not been impressed with Tsunami at all, so I thought I'll give him a run out. Scored 2 goals to give us that 2-0 win. Then we played Dijon, and we surprisingly won 4-0 in this game. I really wasn't expecting much out of it, but we played phenomenal football. Defensively we were brilliant, attacking we were brilliant. It was really, really good. Oliveira getting a brace, Rovaglia getting a goal, and Pelé getting a goal. Apologies, getting tongue twisted. And then we played Metz. We were 3-0 up at half time through Rovaglia, St. Louis and Stuart Baird all on the score sheet in the first 25 minutes. Second half we weren't quite so good. On goal was a bit of bad luck. They shot from range, hit the post and it came back, hit Glemmy on the back and went in the net. An on goal was the correct decision, but it doesn't affect his rating too much, which I expected. If we have a look at our average attendance though, for our home games, I took over here 11,000, 16,000, 12,000, 18,000, 10,000, 10,000, 11, 12 and 10. You know, it's not really ideal. We've got a 33,000 seater stadium and we're not even getting half of that right now. We've had it once and that was PSG. We need to be boosting these numbers up if we're to compete financially. Finances are looking okay. We're down to 1.3 million, but 1.8 million in the K. I'm looking at transfer budget rather than overall balance, but you know, we're working on it. We've got some players who will sell in the summer. We've got some guys who will bring in. Got some ideas what I want to do with that. I will let you know that in probably the next episode, actually, because the next episode is going to be the last game of the season against Montpellier. But however, we're going to get into this game. Stuart Baird suspended, Garnier injured. Don't think Garnier is too much of an issue. He was the goalkeeper that I was going to bring in. He is getting back into he is getting back to fitness. He is playing with the youth team just now. He's got some match time there with them. Got himself back up to match fitness of 48%, so I'm hoping that he kicks on, and I'm hoping that this injury hasn't done too much damage to his potential, because I was quite excited to see how he gets on. We're going to get pitch side now, and I'll catch you on just a second. So we've made 2 changes, both kind of enforced on us. Rene in there again. The back 5 actually pretty much settled, although the usual right back is out. His fitness was at 79%, decided not to play him, so Saki's in there and Max Christensen in for the suspended Stuart Baird. Other than that, it's a full strength team. Rovaglia taking the place of Stuperovic, which is kind of taken and stuck there. They've got quite a strong team. Batshuayi up top. Other names that I recognise, not a whole lot actually, but there's a lot of regens in there. You know, there's 4 regens. So I'm not really going to recognise his names. I'm quite curious to have a click. 21-year-old Portuguese, looks fairly solid. Doesn't look any better than that 15-year-old that we've got. Left back, you know, he's good. He's not my kind of left back. He's much more defensive. He's okay going forward, but he's not great. The goalkeeper, he looks pretty good actually. 23-year-old South African, valued at £12 million, and the midfielder, he looks an absolute animal in the defensive side of things. Maybe a couple of weak links, but you know, he's young. You'll pick them up. So they won 4 of the last 5 games. If we play our best, we can deny them, and I believe we can. I'm just going to go with, I want to say, a good performance. One guy stressed, everyone else not really caring. Send assistant to that, and let's get into this game. We kick off with Oliveira to Patev now, and Rune Christensen. Not being impressed with Christensen, but he was very much a stopgap buy. Just a guy that's going to get us through a couple of seasons, basically, was what I was thinking with him. Midfield's probably where I feel like this team is weakest right now. Going forward, Pelé, agent, is our captain, not our only really highly influential player. Christensen launches forward to Oliveira. Back to Pelé. Got runners, St. Louis. Keep feeling like Rene's opening space here, and the one time that he actually has a man on him is when we play the pass to him. Vlasic plays forward, and he's found a man. That's out of play, surely. Semenov. Cross ball for to Harrit. Hung Hee Chan. Out to Vlasov. Actually marking fairly well here. But it's in behind for Batshuayi. He's got a decent effort off there under pressure. Glemmy takes it comfortably. A little bit frustrated. We're playing really, really well with that move, and we just didn't play it out wide. And then when we eventually did, the guy had the marking on him, and he had been free for about 10 minutes before that. Semenov getting a goal there, taking us down to 13th. I actually meant to show you the table, but we are now up to 13th with this good form. We're quite comfortably ahead of the relegation zone, where Nîmes now occupy. Ironically, after that last game where we absolutely battered them and just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net more than once, they got their break and they scored it. Such is life. Not playing the best here though. Pinto played across. Harrit. I mean, their goal had a bit of luck about it. It was two shots that were blocked quite well and it fell. Is Batshuayi? Oh, there's no mistake about that one. No arguments with their second. I mean, this is maybe the issue that we've got right now. We've got a team that is solid and hard to beat, but the bigger teams, the Marseilles, the Monacos and the PSGs, are still at a level where they're just going to tear us apart, unfortunately for us. So we still need to improve. Midfield certainly what I'm looking at. I will let you know more about that in the next episode, because I'm in the stage of properly evaluating the squad now, and I'm just starting that where I'm evaluating it for the summer. Got a short list rather, as long as my arm, of players that I'm looking at signing. Most of them are actually quite experienced, which I'm not really too keen on, but that's just free agents right now. I'll look at the fee ones, or the guys that are going to become free agents rather, should I say, and I'll look more at the free ones as time goes on. The other thing I'm going to mention is we have had takeover talks. It happened before the Monaco game, if I remember correctly. I think it was the Monaco game, where it initially said a consortium was interested in buying the club, and then nothing got heard, and I hadn't mentioned it because it was like, it's nothing serious. It's kind of just looks like it's just press talk just now. Since then, there was another article saying they'd put in a formal bid, and then we've now got the transfer embargo just now, so that's maybe going to affect how things go on in the summer. It is a consortium. They say they're going to replace someone else. I did post it on Twitter a couple of days ago about that, so that you guys could still see it. But it did say they want to employ somebody else. Hopefully not, because we've only been here a few months, and I feel like we're just starting to build something. I need to make some changes, because right now our front three is absolutely awful. We're going to bring on Musser, who is a bit young. It needs a game time though. This game's pretty much done, and the guy he's coming on for has got a 6.1, so you can't really do any worse. Other changes, we'll bring on Dessart for Christensen. He's on a booking. Dessart is leaving in the summer. He is out of contract, and I will not be offering him a new one. Alex Pinto on the overlap there, getting really well. Down to the byline, that's a decent ball in. Should be dealt with quite easily by Saki. Clears it away, not finding a purple shirt. He had a bit more time than that. He could have been picking someone out. Semenov plays it to Vlasic. This right hand side, they've really gave us a number here. Rene maybe not quite as experienced, but I am preferring him to J. De Silva. Saki away. Semenov. It's well over the bar. Look at all the empty seats here. This is a problem. Our fans just aren't coming to games. We're going to make our last change now, and I think Bate and Vélez. Vélez hasn't had a lot of game time since he picked up an injury. Let's get him on, get him some game time, get him some match fitness back, because he is a very, very good player on the bench. Arguably could be better than Pele. I'm not sure. Pele's our captain though, and that's kind of his performances have been warranted and staying in the team, and that's kind of why Vélez has never really got much of a chance since the initial few weeks when Pele was injured. Pele came back in and done well. This game has been an absolutely awful performance for us guys, so I'm going to apologise on behalf of the team to yous and the Toulouse fans that are the 10 Toulouse fans that have turned up for this game, because apparently we don't have any fans that turn up. It's Dessart and Rovaglia. We'll eventually get there with that name, probably just as he's about to go back to Roma. Vélez. Play across to Rene. the start. It's a decent ball into space. Rene's touch is poor though, and he's ended up with two of them on him. Just hit it off one of them and take the throw in, son. That's maybe an experience thing. But Shui played for Picorni away easily. Velez, oh, this is where we've got absolutely murdered as these poor touches in midfield, and it's been every single midfielder we've had in the park's had them so far. Rogalia over the top for Jordan Musser. Can the young man score? It's a decent effort. He's getting the game time though, and he's getting experience, and that's what's important, is his development. We've got a few very good young players who I'm very, very excited for. The young lad that's 15-year-old that we've got, can't remember his name just now off the top of my head, he will be getting promoted and he will be getting game time next season, and he's actually one of the reasons why I'm debating not buying any centre backs next year and rather selling a couple of the guys you already have, because I feel like we could make money off the guys we have to invest in the other areas of the team. We're a bit weaker. Rene gets a touch on that in a way. Another young lad doing well. Rogvalia plays it across for Oliveira. His touch looks a bit heavy there, but he's got a corner out of it. It's probably going to be full time before we get a chance to take it though. Velez will take this corner, and it's across for Desart. Hits it first time. Falls for Oliveira. It's bouncing around. They got a bit of luck with that with their first goal. We didn't get that bit of luck. It happens. We've played a bit better in the last 10 minutes. Unfortunately, far too late then. And we lose this game 2-0. Okay, they did not like that team talk. Whatever. And yeah, that's not ideal. So, league table, as things stand, if I can click the right button, has us in 13th place, a point ahead of Amiens and a point behind Reims. We have the best goal difference below Bordeaux. Sorry, that's a lie. Amiens have the better than us because they've just played Marseille. Have they played a game less? No, they don't. Reims have played a game less. So, our run-in sees us play Lyon in the next game, who are 4th ahead of Marseille on goal difference. Then we've got Strasbourg, who are bottom of the league, and we've got Saint-Étienne, who are 2 points above us. And then we've got Montpellier in the last game of the season. Where are they? They're ahead of us. So we've got one team below us and 3 above, I think. Yeah. Lyon above us, Strasbourg below us, Saint-Étienne and Montpellier both above us. So our run-in's fairly nippy. But we've got a 6-point gap to Nimes. And, you know, there's 4 other teams between us and them. We should be fairly comfortable to be saying we're avoided relegation. Now, we're not mathematically avoided, but if all these teams pick up enough points to overlap us, and we don't, then we've only got ourselves to blame. Strasbourg are where we have to win. That's the must-win game in reality. Saint-Étienne we could pick up points from. I felt we were unlucky the last time we played them, and that was before we started to hit a bit of form. Montpellier, I'm not sure about. Don't remember playing them at all, actually. Since I've taken over. We might have, and I'm genuinely forgetting. We'll have a look. So I took over here. Nope, I believe we haven't played them. I'm gonna guess, yeah, we played them on the open day of the season, and then we've not really played them since, so I was right in thinking that. But I feel like we've done enough to avoid relegation now. We've got one player coming in, which is Mohamed Sakho. Is aging a bit, but you know, he's still a bit of a monster. If we're playing deep, which I was at the time that I signed him, I thought he would do good. I'm not quite so sure now because we're not playing quite so deep. However, he's still got a lot of good stats. Resolute personality, good mental, be a good shooter. So he can come in for a year at worst. Thomas Silva, he's a player we've got out on loan currently. And the takeover, we'll have a look at this. Takeover talks continue. Reports are there's been a breakthrough in the talk, according to Toulouse chairman. Oliver Sadran ahead of the takeover. Jon Da Costa are going well, and there could be an announcement in the next few days. That's as far back as it's allowing me to go though. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe.